we're going to put up probably for our bylaws and standing rules vote, and we'll be discussing it probably in February and March. Anyone have anything to say about that? Yeah.
When people go to Art in the Park or any other art show, one thing they want is a nice amount of artists there.
There you go.
They don't want to see 5, 6 artists. As long as you have room for these people, I don't think you should push them away. Agree.
I say yes.
What did you say, John?
No, I think it should be allowed.
They should be allowed even if they don't go to,
No, they should be allowed to come to meetings.
Yeah.
Or do something with the club.
yeah.
I think we should just take a show of hands and be done with it. Yep. And get it off our, let's vote.
Okay, who thinks that we should only allow people that come to at least 2 meetings a year go to Art in the Park?
They can't make it during the day, they can't make it.
There's the evening meetings now.
Yeah, but you just started that.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons we started that.
This is the moving forward.
But it's like 50-50. You counting, Susan?
I'm counting.
Thank you. Keep your hands up.
Go ahead with the next one.
And I can see what's happening. It's all the people that do all the work are the people that are raising their hands.
Okay, so do we want to do this again? Because I see hands go up, go down, go up. So if you could put your hand up if you think they should attend at least a couple of meetings, and leave your hand up high so I can count it.
Voting on what? What are we voting?
Voting whether if you do not come to 2 meetings a year, you do not get to sell at Art in the Park.
Well, if you stop talking, she can say it.
Hang on, I have a question. If you're talking about a calendar year,
We have our meetings from September through
Okay,
April.
I got that count.
you have a calendar year, those people have 12 months really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Pretend
hands
that
down.
this would be something
Hands
for
down.
next year.
Think that
Thank you.
no one
Thank
needs
you.
to attend any meetings or participate in the club in any other way except Art in the Park, raise your hand, please.
I think we should not send people away. It's not.
We have,
You
we're,
voted on it.
We're voting on it.
All I'm asking is that, just like she said, they don't have to come to any meetings.
That surprises me that you voted for that.
Your jury did.
Money.
you don't think they, Donna, you don't think they need to come to meetings, show at Art in the Park?
I think she just wants money. Everybody has different.
Okay, got it.
Okay, do we have an,
Okay,
Same people do the
the
same
vote
work all the
count
time.
is 30 vote, no participation needed to participate in Art in the Park. 18 say attend 2 meetings or volunteer to participate, so.
okay, we don't have, we will take that off the
So
agenda.
we can take that off.
Okay, thank you, Susan. So we have people that, my brain just went dead, yes.
What she just said is reverse of how I voted. I was voting on the impression that those who were to vote right now were those who were saying they were not attending any meetings. So I kept my hand down. When she did the consensus, she said only 18 people voted for no one attending the meetings. And there was a lot of people.
No, she said the other way around.
No, she said the other way around.
The other way around.
Did say
She said,
Yeah, she said.
Well, there was a wide enough span between those 2 votes that we will, you will not have to, you do not have to come to meetings to come to Art in the Park. We have enough members that are, most of the members that come to the Art in the Park basically are people that come to the meetings. There are just a couple that don't, so. We'll just, we'll then take that off the agenda. Can you remind? Yeah. Yes.
That's one way of getting younger members that are working if we do it, so that they can go in Art in the Park. I remember 15 years ago when I was doing Art in the Park, and these old men came by and they said, oh, there's nobody under 65 in that whole art stuff. So we don't want to do that. We want to make
She's
these
thinking
people that are
that,
working
that this will attract younger members to be showing at Art in the Park. That's what her thoughts were. Okay, Creative Artists Guild fundraiser and idea, and this is we're kind of copying Tarpon Springs. Tarpon Springs did this calendar for 2018, and they printed it up, cost them $5 to print it, and they're selling it for $10, is that right, Joy?
I think so, something like that.
And we have, what they've also done is, there's other pictures, not just the ones, they put copies of other pictures, not just the ones that got picked to go in, because first of all, you have to have a horizontal picture to go in this, which
Yeah,
makes
so
it
they
complicated.
tried to get all the pictures that people submitted into the calendar, but they chose the best 12 to put in on the big list.
And this is a thought, again, to also do fundraising with having people put ads in. This would be the fundraiser, we could donate a certain percentage to something, and this would end up paying for our room in the back and our evening meetings. This is what's gonna pay for our evening meetings. Demonstrations, and we pay the church a donation every time we come here, so we have to cover those expenses. So that is, thank you, Joy, for showing us that.
And depending on how many you were to sell too, part of that could go towards the website and other things too. I mean, it could
Yeah.
be used for a lot of different
Okay.
things, so.
Yeah, so I'm asking all of the members, we sending out to people that aren't even here, to think about what picture you think would work that we would be a good choice for showing in our calendar, and it has to be a horizontal picture. So everyone needs to start thinking about the what?
Where do they get sold at?
We've been selling ours at different places, the meetings, a lot of people bought, a bunch, like I bought a bunch and gave them as gifts. But I also took some to some other places and had them sitting out. You could bring them to classes.
We have art in the park and our indoor
Art
shows.
in the park, indoor shows, there's a lot of different places that you could take them, to sell, so.
Yes.
We could try and get some of the local restaurants to sell them at their host stand.
Mm-hmm.
I work at Clearwater Chili's, I could probably get some put up there.
Now, I get a bleep for a second, I didn't. Donna, do you have a list of the new members? You got all new people? Not right now, but you do have a list, right?
I do have.
Okay, because she's one of our new members, and I want to make sure we announce that before I forget. Now, we're going right to you. We're finished. Treasurer, what are we doing with our checking account?
Well, right now, we still have quite a bit of money available, and we have not put in dues, only a few up to this point. We have 1975.36, which is pretty good for this time. Last year, it was much less. During the month of December, of course, we had our luncheon, so we had expenses of $3,511, and we took in $1,020. But we always, on the months when we have our luncheon, it's a big item to cover that. So this year, I think we're going to do a lot better. We have so many new members. In fact, so many people had applications and checks today. I was totally amazed.
Well, you're going to have to announce them for us. Okay, I'm going to have you announce them and let them stand up, okay?
Yeah, I had a list of people who had joined recently. Raymond Grimm, he's a photographer.
Hello, Raymond. Can you tell us a little about yourself, how you ended up here?
A little bit about myself, how I ended up here. I walked through the front door this morning.
How did you find out about the Creative Artists Guild?
That's a good question. I'm in the Dunedin Downtown Market
Okay.
and a few other shows. And everybody's just been sort of acknowledging your organization. And I thought it would be a good step, not only for me artistically, to get involved with a bunch of artistic people like yourself. But once I found out about it, I went to your old website, or the old website, and sort of looked around, and this is the direction I wanted to go in. I hope that is enough with that. But myself, this is my third time moving back down here to Florida. Been twice in Dunedin, once in Clearwater. Once /Dunedin/Clearwater Beach. So anyways, long story short, I have a home up in Brevard, North Carolina, in the mountains. And I'm thankful I'm not there right now because the weather is not very well. But my daughter's living in the place, which is excellent for her and us. I've been doing photography probably for 45 years of my life, and just recently started pursuing getting it out to customers, and looking to expand on that. Beyond that, I have 2 beautiful children and 2 beautiful Weimaraner's, if you're familiar with the dogs, and a beautiful wife that I'm very proud of. So
Thank you.
that's
See, we
enough
needed
about me.
photographers, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Donna?
Julie Graham Hills.
I couldn't listen to everybody else to know what to do. How we got here, well, my husband and I used to vacation down here for about 15 years, and 5 years ago, we moved down here permanently. And one of the things I always wanted to do was get back into doing clay and things like that. So I joined the Dunedin Fine Arts Center, and I take clay classes there. And my mom hadn't used her lapidary equipment in like 15 years, so I hauled that back from New Mexico and got it all setting. So I started doing all this stuff. And at one of the functions at the Fine Arts Center, ran into Scott Suits, and we started chatting, and then my husband are down here, and he had art in the park, and there he was again. So he encouraged me to join this organization.
What do you do?
Oh, well, a little bit of everything. Clay, free hand-built, jewelry, including lapidary, wire wrapping, that type of thing. And kind of branching out a little bit, I had so many tumbled stones and odd pieces left over from, I started making mosaics out of those. So just about anything that keeps my
What's the name of your website? I mean, your email?
Binks and Books.
Okay, I need you to, whatever I wrote in, it didn't work. So when you get a chance, if you can give me a
I
card.
tried to send you an email.
Yeah.
saying that didn't work.
Okay, see? Okay, next one?
Jack Armstrong,
He's been at a couple of meetings. He's been at a meeting too, so thank you.
Cheryl Schwartz.
Oh, she just got
Okay. Jill Mugebauer.
Hi, I'm just a dabbler of creative things, and thought I'd join and see what everyone has going. We were here on, I think, Saturday or Sunday and bought a few things, and that's why I'm here. I just wanted to kind of join with a bunch of other creative folks.
We inspire one another. Thank you.
Richard Lilly.
Okay.
Jean Shenley.
It's me. Jean Shinley, hi. I just moved back to Dunedin within the last couple of years, and I've always loved it. I'm so glad to be back here. But I started becoming a member at the Fine Arts Center and taking classes there, and that's how I heard about CAG. And of course, I love to go downtown, and I love art in the park. And I've met a lot of people, and I'm so inspired by you guys, and I just want to keep learning.
Perfect.
I just have been dabbling myself, just beginning, like with acrylics and watercolors.
Thank you.
Patty Flagg.
Hi, everyone. I'm Patty. I'm down from Rochester, Minnesota. About 10 years ago, my husband, Greg, was right here with me. But decided, hey, great place to go and retire, Clearwater, Florida. His parents moved down here on top of the world. And
Me too.
that's familiar. So then we joined Jack Armstrong. His camera for just began too. And I've been working, retired, and I've always wanted to do something with my photography. My husband's always been encouraging me. He said, let's try it now. Push it out there and see if we'll buy it. And that's what we're attempting. And he's my assistant with everything. We're on.
See, now we've already got 2 new photographers. Thank you.
And in case I've missed anyone who's new, who's joining, is there anyone else?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Sabrina. I've lived in Florida my whole life. I've been an artist since I was a child. So this is really exciting. I don't know how many of you know what Etsy is. I'm sure it will open up your world. It's an online store and it's a lot like eBay. And I hope everyone can get on mine and look at my work, and I'd love to come do art in the park with everybody, and I just want to share my artwork with the world and get it out there, and I want to look at all your artwork and hopefully buy some pieces. So it's nice to meet all of you, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Okay, try to speed this up a little bit. We made some decisions about jurying at our last board meeting. And if you want, first of all, showing a new medium, you really need to have those new mediums juried in, or new members, you have to bring things. You have to be a member for 30 days. They need to bring 3 pieces of artwork, 3 pieces of your creations to be juried in of each medium that you're using. You need to call and make an appointment with Judy so that she knows how many people are going to be there. I know we had quite a couple of people showed up today that had not gotten to her beforehand. And we're doing something new. Besides getting a letter saying that you've been juried in, let's say you're being juried in and they see your pieces just aren't quite ready yet to be shown and sold, that you need to still do some work, some ideas of how to make your pieces better to be able to show to the audience of Dunedin. You will get a letter saying that. If something happens that you get your letter and you say, I don't agree with this, you can now make an appeal to the board, and the board will then decide if you're going to be juried in, that piece is going to be juried in or not. I know because we've had some problems because we've had jurying techniques change with people, and some things that were juried in before are not being juried in now. So this is the way to handle all that. So I hope that works with everybody.
Please clarify that. Are you saying that you can get juried in and then be told you can't show your pieces?
If your pictures do not meet the jury approval, you cannot sell them at Art in the Park. You cannot.
So you're not getting juried in?
You've got disapproved, yes.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
When you bring your 3 pieces in, do you find out that day, or do you actually have to wait till you receive acknowledgement?
If you need to know, you can ask. You can come ask us, and we will be able to tell you right away. We're not going to announce it anymore at the meetings because for those members who didn't get juried in, it's very embarrassing that they didn't get juried in front of everyone else. So, if you want to know so you can show the next show, come and ask Judy or me, and we will tell you. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Rotating shows is Barbara Conley, and she's homesick. Marge Giroux also was not able to come today, and she was doing the MJs, and we have the calendar filled out. We need someone for June, July, August for MJs. Barbara sold 2 paintings at MJs last month. It's a women's clothing store, I think. It's a boutique.
The one off of 580?
I think so.
How did she become the seller of pieces there? How does she do that?
Well, she has, every month someone hangs 8 to 10 pieces there. And 2 of the pieces sold that were hanging on her walls.
How do you?
You have to fill out a sheet if you want to show there. You have to fill out your sheet.
Do they only do art shows?
Yeah.
Paintings?
It's going to be paintings. And she does not like abstract. She likes something that's going to appeal to her audience. Let's put it that way. John, did you sell anything from there?
Yeah.
And John, even with his, what was it that you sold? Florida scenes?
Yeah, Florida scenes.
He sold some Florida scenes from there. If you were interested in talking to Marge, I would contact Marge Giroux and ask her that this is her baby. I don't know anything about it. Yes.
Does she charge a fee? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to answer some questions for MJ,
Thank you.
since she's not here. MJ's is the store, it's a store not next door, but next door to that store from Stray Hands. It's 2 doors away from Stray Hands Ice Cream. She only takes certain kinds of work. She does not take abstract art. She has the owner, MJ, she has a strong hand in things. She will help you arrange your artwork. If you don't agree with her, that's too bad. okay? But she is allowing you to hang your work in her store for the month, and she charges a percent fee. I don't remember what the percentage is, okay? You are only permitted to show in her store once per year. I think I got all the questions now.
One artist at a time? One
One
artist.
artist at a time, you bring 7 to 10 paintings,
Yeah.
10 by 16, no, 16 by 20 is the largest.
And there's no fee though.
There is no fee
No,
for you
no
to hang
fee,
your
just
art in there
a sign.
aside from, if you sell it, you have to give her a percentage of
Yeah,
your
commission, yeah.
Okay.
It's the largest fee set, yes.
Okay, we're gonna try to speed this up. These are announcements from events that are happening. Kara Roosevelt and Judy Curtis, neither one of them is here today, will be having their last open house and event at Two Artist Studio on Cleveland. Two Artist Studio closing wrap-up sale will be Sunday, January 14th from 12 to 4. Artworks of Kara Roosevelt, DFAC instructor, and Judith Curtis, paintings, watercolor, acrylic, alcohol inking, collage, sculpture, jewelry, art books, frames, and more. Even display fixtures will be for sale. She is closing the gallery. She wants to be out of there for March the 1st. It's just been kind of a strain on her, dealing with having one more thing to take care of. So she is closing that. So if anyone is interested in going, she does some wonderful jewelry, she does wonderful paintings. I would go by and see what she has before she closed down. So everyone's invited. Who's going to do the announcement for 12/12?
What is the date for this?
January 14th,
What time?
Sunday, 12 to 4. And probably after, if you're interested in any fixtures, she'll probably take a name, and then when she's got everything else sold, she will announce, call you up.
So if you're going to be there at Carol's place, then go out the door and go 2 doors down to Studio 1212, because we're having our show the same Sunday, 14th, 12 to 4, same time, and our theme is soul expressions. So it's an interesting take, when you think of soul, most people think of S-O-U-L, this is S-O-L-E. We have some people doing shoes, some people taking off on a theme and doing something totally different. So stop by Carol's and stop by Studio 12. We're at 1405 Cleveland.
What?
Can I ask a favor? A favor?
Yes.
I have some flyers about this event at the Fine Arts Center, and I need some help putting them up around town. If you have a place that you think would accept one, I'd love it if you would take one, and I will ask you to put it up wherever and let me know where you're putting it.
Okay.
So, is that clear? I also have some, not enough probably, but I have some handouts here if you want more information.
Sunday.
Or take something home, just come get it.
Is it on the Fine Arts Center site?
Pardon me?
It's on the the Arts Center site, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know, we have some new people here, and I don't know if the new people know actually what Art in the Park is. Art in the Park is an art show that we put on at Pioneer Park the second Sunday of the month, 10 till 3. We have probably between 20 and 26 artists who put up their artwork for sale. It's great to go and look at other people's pieces, maybe buy it or just get inspired by it. So I want to let you guys know that this is happening this Sunday, this coming Sunday. Yes.
Talk about the show at Sterling?
Yeah, you're next. You're right on my list.
Okay. So every year we have a show at Sterling Art Citizen Gallery, downtown Disney, in the Sterling Complex. Beautiful gallery. It is going to be in March.
I know.
We're going to bring it's supposed to be posted on our page, but we're going to bring the applications. The drop-off is going to be February 28th. Pickup will be at the end of March. 1 or 2 pieces, $15 each, and you can bring 2 prints, matted, put in the art bin, no charge. original artwork, 2D or 3D, not to exceed 36 by 36 or 25 pounds. And they said sign up at the meeting or by email to Mr. Howard Berlin. We're going to get this up and present this to me this morning. And one important thing is, I did check in. Get the application, bring your money and check have it ready, because sometimes many people come in and it's so much easier.
What?
You
Come here.
have your money,
You bring it.
your application, and it's a simple process. And if there's an exception on the second
Okay.
Friday,
Well, we don't have anybody to be out here until 3, till 4
and,
o'clock.
Oh, I thought it was
No,
food time.
no, we have no time frame.
So, food and wine, and, I don't know if the awards are gonna be, Pam?
Yeah.
Make it simple.
What?
The award.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be like the regular show?
yeah.
When did you say the reception was?
Pardon?
If there's a reception?
Yeah, the art reception is the second Friday,
Thank you.
Second Friday of the month. And all this information will be in your brush fire. Yes, Lucy.
Talking about Sterling Studio, it's gonna be reception this Friday from 5:30 p.m. It's people from Hale Group Senior Center who were doing sketch, and they're gonna show their work portrait, and also we were allowed to show a few more pieces of other paintings which we've done. So reception this Friday, 5:30, Sterling Gallery, and free. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
the art reception in March for the CAG show is Friday, March 9th from 5 to 8.
Okay, Scott, do you want to announce? Sorry.
Right?
I thought you were finished, I'm sorry. Scott, do you want to announce the Artist of the Month?
Sure.
And then Pam.
Wait, no, hold on. Okay, go first. Hold on, Scott, hold on a minute. Scott, hold on.
Okay, just a couple things real quick. I've only got one flyer, so I'm going to leave it up here at the table if you want to look at it, copy the information down. Tarpon Springs Art Association and Tarpon Arts is presenting Arts and Lunch Wednesday, March 21st at 11 a.m. at the Heritage Museum at Craig Park. They are having an artistic luncheon with Lynn Whitelaw. He was the retired curator and founding director of the Lipa Ratner Museum, and he's going to be discussing the fascinating world of George Inness, who did a lot of famous Florida landscapes back at the turn of the century. And then it's $20 per person. It includes a delicious catered lunch from Delectables. Tickets are limited, and you can call the number on here at Sherry Orr. Call by March 10th and get your tickets. It's going to be a fabulous lunch and learn over at Craig Park. And then the other thing I wanted to mention real quick was, Polly asked me to share this with you. The plein air group that was with Tarpon Springs Art Association has now branched out and is now known as the Tampa Bay Plein Air Painters Group. They have a Facebook page, and they do welcome anybody to come and paint with them. Thursday mornings at 9:15 is where they meet, so if you go on Facebook and find out the date and the place that they're going to be, this Thursday they will be at Philippi Park in Safety Harbor. That's where they meet, 2525 Philippi Parkway in Safety Harbor. So there's a whole bunch of folks getting together to do plein air painting. And then sometimes some of them go out to lunch afterwards or whatever. But she's trying to get everybody to come in from everywhere and anywhere. You don't have to be members of any particular club just to join. So if you know of other artists who like to do plein air painting, Thursday mornings, 9 o'clock or 9:15. And if you're not sure how to get a hold of Polly through the Facebook, you can get her at her email, which is pollyberlin2@gmail.com. So sometimes I come, sometimes I can't make it. But it's a wonderful group.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And so some of you might not know, what we do is, at the beginning of every meeting, people bring artwork and put it on the chairs over here, and we vote on Artist of the Month. You can only win, as an artist, you can only win one award a year, but it's a good way of showing off what you do. So that's what all these pictures are on the chair for you new members that have no idea. And Scott is going to announce our winner for this month. Scott?
Yeah.
Scott?
Well,
Who
I
won?
just wanted to thank the artists for bringing in the paintings. We could use a few more, so don't be bashful next time. Yeah.
Point of order, you're allowed to win Artist of the Month, but not 2 months in a row.
Not 2 months in a row, but
Th-
not once, just once a year.
Yeah.
We
When
didn't
did
change
just
that.
once a year come up?
Huh?
Okay, I have to look. I don't remember which it was.
I don't remember that.
Two can't win two in the mo. Okay, I'm sorry. I made that. I might have made that mistake.
Jim?
I will check the bylaws when I get home tonight. Thank you, Jim, for pointing that out. It's either you just cannot. What they're saying is you can't win 2 months in a row.
2 months in a row.
You can't put another picture.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
But any picture that wins here as Artist of the Month cannot be entered into one of our other shows.
Right, once
So-
you win with a painting, you
Yeah,
can't put it
catch
in.
that picture can never be re-entered in any other show. Thank you. That's what it is. Okay. Go, Scott.
All right.
Thank you, Jim.
Anyway, again, thanks for bringing in the paintings. The membership, thanks for voting today. We could use a few more. Don't be bashful next time. And this month, the one that can't bring a painting next month again is John.
That's your new one that you showed. That's his brand new one.
I like that.
And you're,
Okay, John's showing you his picture of that. John, you wanted to say anything about your picture?
That's my favorite.
Just put it, you kept putting paint on it, making it thicker and thicker, and standing up. It's like-
Take the tape off your name.
We are okay. While he's showing that and getting pictures taken, you guys, we have snacks and treats out there for new members. All the members, we need to have more people offering to bring treats and snacks. And if you would just email Sharon Baldetti, who is our hospitality, in charge of hospitality, so that we know what's coming in. So she has set up this wonderful little selection of coffee, water, and treats. Go have your, we're gonna take 15 minutes to eat, and then we're gonna get right back to our meeting for our demonstration.
Is 15 minutes enough time for you to cut up?
You got to learn where that. We inspired that, and I love it when I worked on that's what that was our home. She kept getting talking to stuff with other classifications. So she's been happy. What you do is you come in February, get your in, and then you can show them that February show. What's our That's okay. You should write down your name, email, I want to get in touch with you, you can offer me some other things we can talk about.